Hello friends and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and joining me this evening just to see what I have going on. This is my updates for the week. It gives me a little accountability and I just want to get right into it. It's not going to be very long today because I didn't do a lot this week. Well, I say I didn't do a lot. I guess I did about the same as I always do. But let's see. Let's start with our cross stitch. That's the best place to start. I didn't work on but one thing this week, and that was the Star of Wonder. And if you are doing this, you know they have a quilt along and a stitch along. And they have done the 5th release for the stitch along. And let me move my needle minder out of the way so I can show you. This is where I am at currently on the stitch along. I only have one more thing, the light pinks to do, and then the green center. And then I'll be done in order to finish the project and make it displayable. But this is it right here. I really like this. It's very pretty. And when I was in there looking, I noticed that they had a few other stitch alongs, prior old ones that I hadn't seen yet. So I may have to do one of those. If it's something that I like, I may do it. I think I saw a Halloween one or something like that. I really don't do Halloween. I decorate for fall. I try to not decorate for a specific holiday, but for a season instead. Because, you know, for that specific holiday, you have such a short window for it. Especially Halloween. I mean, you can only put stuff up. I like to put fall things up like this month, because I know it's coming. I'm so ready for it too. I am not a summer person. I am a fall, winter person. I really like the fall and winter. The only thing good about the summer to me is I can grow a garden. I can grow flowers. That's about it. It's hot. In Louisiana, it's very, very hot. So that is, and y'all, I have my little list here just to make sure I don't forget anything. Now, I did have a small project that I did. This is Open Gate Quilts. Small project out of their July box. You'll see this. Let me hold it up there. This is a little garbage bag. You'll see, and it's a cute little bag there. It's got this squared off bottom. This was a very easy project to do, and I really, really, really like this. It took me a little over an hour to complete this project, but that's because I didn't pay attention to the pattern. And on one side of the pattern had it like if you had 2 separate pieces, and the other side had if you had one long piece, which is what came in our project box, was the one long piece. Well, I didn't read all the instructions. I read that one side, and I was like, well, when I get done with this side, I'll do this next side. I didn't need to do that. So, teach me to read the whole pattern first. But that was from the July subscription box for Open Gate Quilts. Open Gate Quilts, we did receive an email that their box that we should have already received, it was going to be a little late because they had like some health issues and things happen. So it was going to be a little late coming out, which is okay. Gives me time to finish some of the next things I'm going to talk to you about. The other thing that I worked this week was my poppy cotton. This is a sew along that I'm doing with a local quilt shop in my area. They pick patterns and work with the designers on doing sew-alongs with them. And I think this pattern is from last year or the year before. But this is the block that we did in the month of July. I was behind because I started the program a little late, probably like April, I think, March, April, May, somewhere in there. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was after our quilt show, the quilt show I went to. I didn't even know they existed. And I realized that they were there at the quilt show. I got one of their cards, and so I went and visited them, and saw they had this oops, I'm bumping y'all here. Saw they had this quilts along or sew along going, and so I joined it. But I'm now up to date. I'm caught up to August's, and I did go Friday and pick up my August fabric. So I will be working on that one a little later, and I'll give you all those updates. And so now the other things that we worked on, the sew along that I'm doing with the Robert Kaufman Silverstone, not Silverman. If you saw my thing, I kept calling it Silverman. I don't know what happened to my brain that day. I don't know. But I am working the Silverstone, or we are working the Silverstone. Quite a few of you have joined me in it. That's what my Silverstone is looking like. You notice I have the sashings on the rows. And what I am doing now is attaching the sashings together. So that will be our next step. Oh, I have those still attached to one another. I haven't trimmed them apart yet. But this is going on the 5th week, I think. We just had the 5th week. We're upcoming on the 6th week. I hope to have mine done maybe in about 2 weeks. So once I have my Silverstone done, I will be working on something different on you. So we have our Silverstone right here. It's all in my little tray, waiting on me to get back at it. But I normally sew on that about an hour and a half a week. Y'all see what I do in the videos every Saturday. This is Saturday morning at 9 a.m. I do have the Facebook group if you would like to join. All of this information is down in my description for the Silverstone, for the Facebook group. Let's see, the Facebook group link is there. The Silverstone pattern link is there. It is a free pattern by Robert Kaufman. The next thing that I am doing is Grandma's Scrap Quilt. And these are all of my fabrics you will see here. I've got some of my, what are they, hourglass pieces started here. And they're pressed out. And I've got all of my triangles sewn together to make that half of the hourglass block. So we are still working on this as well. This one is going to be taking a little more time because I'm only getting an hour and a half each week on my Silverstone and on Grandma's Scrap Quilt. This pattern is also free. It is a Sherri McConnell of A Quilting Life. It is her pattern. The link is also down in the description for this pattern as well. So that, I'm going to set this over here to the side. So those are the things that I have been working on this week. Now, the fabric for that one is Fresh Fig Favorites by Joanne Figueroa or Fig Tree and Company. that pattern exactly as it is. I had 2 of the fat quarter bundles of the Fresh Fig Favorites, and I used both of those bundles. So I'm smashing my stash. So we are definitely hitting that stash and getting it down. Not a lot, because every time I take something out of it, I add something back in it. But the next thing I have that is upcoming, of course, we're going to be working the Poppy Cotton Block 8, or the August block. We'll be working that hopefully this week. I hope to get to it this week. We will be doing both the Silverstone and Grandma's Scrap Quilt this next week. We'll do the Silverstone 9 a.m. on Saturday and Grandma's Scrap Quilt 9 a.m. on Sunday. Please know that all of this is pre-recorded. It's put up there. So I may actually sew it on Wednesday evening and then just put it for Saturday morning. Or Friday evening, do it Saturday morning, because I do work a 40-hour job, and normally I just sew in the evening. So, I have that going on. But those are 3 of the things that's upcoming for this week. Now, on Tuesday, so tomorrow, when you're seeing this video, it'll be tomorrow. I have a new block that I am trying out. Now, it is not a new block to a lot of people. It's a new block for me. I've never done it. But you guys will see it tomorrow. I did a test block. Let me know if you like these test blocks, because I'm calling it Tester Tuesday, because it just seems to be when I can get one done for you guys. And just over the weekend, I saw this and I'm like, I really want to do this block. I want to do this quilt, and it will knock some of my stash out. So Tuesday, I'm not showing you that block because I want to keep the suspense there. It is a beautiful block. I think it will make I've seen a quilt made like this. It's not really a print out pattern. It's more like a tutorial given that is out there. But if I decide to do, well, I'm pretty certain I am going to decide to do this quilt. So I will give you that pattern, and I will throw this in as a sew along as well. Once I get one of my sew alongs done, it'll just go into that spot, or I may just do a little sewing and, hey guys, let's just sew and do this. So, next thing. So that's on Tuesday. Cotton cuts. The Tree of Life was shipped out. The clues for Tree of Life was shipped out on August the 2nd. So I should be receiving that sometime this week. I know a lot of people are already receiving their clues for the Puzzle Mystery Quilt for the Wild West Puzzle Mystery Quilt. I have not received mine yet. I did call on Friday of last week, and I spoke to this very nice lady named Amber. And I just told her, because I'm always concerned when I have stuff that doesn't make it timely. And I say that because it showed a label for the 25th. And so that, to me, is plenty of time for the package to have gotten to me. And I know sometimes it doesn't show scanned or something. So I understand that happens. But I'm always concerned because our distributing center for my area is Shreveport, Louisiana Distributing Center. It is awful. That distributing center for the Postal Service is awful. Things get lost there. They get delayed there. I still have a package that was sent out in January that I've not gotten. They've not found it. It's MIA. So I did contact that company and they made it right. So it had nothing to do with the company. It made it to the distribution center and got lost. But, you know, so I always call when I have a package that hadn't made it in a week. And I spoke with Amber, and her question was, well, what colorway are you doing? And I told her I'm doing Dusty Rose. And she said, we haven't done that one yet. She said, we're about to start cutting on that one. So what that means is it looks like they're cutting colorways and sending those out as they come. I don't know. I've seen several people that has gotten theirs, but most of them that I've seen that has gotten theirs pay it by the month. And I haven't seen any with Dusty Rose, I don't think. No, I haven't seen anyone with Dusty Rose get their monthly little brown envelope. But I paid for mine all at one time, so it's probably just going to take a little bit longer, which is okay. I'm fine with that. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't lost in my distribution center. So, but that takes care of that. So we've got our Cotton Cuts, Tree of Life, and our Wild West. Both of those, Tree of Life is on the way. Wild West is kind of in a holding pattern until they get all of the Dusty Rose cut and get those out. And I thought I had something else to tell you guys, but I've completely forgotten what it was. Well, I'm just at a loss. I don't know what I was going to tell you guys. Oh, things that I'm still working kind of behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, I have that I am working on, just not finished yet. I still have my Fat Quarter Shop pressed flowers that I am assembling. I'm putting the rows together on that quilt as well. I have my Craftsman steel that I need to bind. I am doing a flange binding on that one. So that one is probably going to be done when I take a day just to sandwich, quilt, and finish some of the ones. You see this white right here? That is on top of some finished tops. I still have my boo from the spooky box last year that I have not quilted. I have not bound. I haven't done anything to it. Just finished the top. I'm going to be quilting and binding that. Now, like I said, I'm probably going to take a day to do all of this stuff. I have that boo. I have the bobbin blooms that I have not quilted and bound. I have, like I said, the Craftsman that I need to bind. I have a baby quilt that I need to bind, or quilt and bind. I'm trying to think what all I have that I'm still working on. The pressed flowers that I've got to finish putting together, then quilt and bind. I did have someone ask me about my brown bag mystery quilt. Well, that quilt will no longer be on my channel. I'm sorry. And if I do sew it, it'll be a chit chat and you won't be able to see the quilt. I was kindly asked, because I did reach out. Someone had asked me if I had gotten permission from Carrie Montgomery to do her quilt. Well, I didn't think I needed permission to sew the quilt because I purchased it. But I wasn't doing a tutorial, and I wasn't giving out measurements, so I didn't see anything wrong. I have gone to other creators, and they're like, as long as you don't give the measurements, you're fine, you know, doing a video of sewing the quilt. Pretty much that's all I was doing. And sometimes I do have to talk through things and say, okay, I got to put this with this. So I reached out specifically to Carrie Montgomery, and she said, well, that is a pattern that can only be purchased in a kit with the fabric from the shops that, I don't know what she said. I can't remember, that she sold the pattern to, or that's the only way they could sell the pattern, was as a kit. They had to package it with fabric. And So I was like, okay, well, you know, I purchased mine, and I like to give credit where credit is due. I was giving her credit. I was giving the shop credit, because I purchased everything from the shop, and I thought it was fabulous. I'd actually never heard of it, but apparently it's been going on for years. And she just told me to avoid any possible confusion. She just asked me kindly if I could take my videos down. I did. Because I'm not into that. You know, I'm not going to promote something that they don't want promoted. And that's fine. That it is her pattern, her prerogative. I still love her other patterns. She did say that was completely different than her other patterns. So the Brown Bag Mystery, I will not promote. I won't do another one, because if I do one, I want to bring you guys along to see it. And if I can't do that, then I'm not going to do it. And all of my time, sewing and all, I share with you guys. So I just wanted to say that I won't be showing the Brown Bag Mystery, which I am still working on that quilt. That just kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. And I had someone ask about it. And I mean, there's no hard feelings or anything. It's her pattern. If she doesn't want it in a YouTube video, I respect that. So no animosity, no nothing. I still purchase her patterns. I mean, this little bag right there is a Karen Montgomery bag. And I did a video on it. So, I mean, I love her bags. I still have other patterns of hers that I really like. So, I don't know if there's something kind of special about that as to why they don't want it in a YouTube video, which, you know, like I said, I respect it. It's her pattern. And I'm trying to think if I have any other quilts that I'm working on that I'm not thinking about. We have the Peaceful Baskets that I'm still working on. As I get my box, I try to work the square or the block within that first week, because if I don't, it will get pushed to the back and I may forget it, and I don't want to forget it. So yeah, that's things I have going on. In the future, I don't know if it's going to happen this week, but if I have like a day here or a day there that I don't have anything that I just have to sew, or I don't have anything that I really want to sew, I may start doing just a grab a project box and just pull a project out of it to work. Now, I know this last sew sampler box that I received, I don't think I'm going to do the pattern in it, but I will use the charm packs that I received. So that is also something, you know, I'm going to start going through my subscription boxes, because I have a lot of them over here lined up on the wall. They're actually sitting on a stool, and they stack up the height of my computer desk. So, but I do have one last thing. I did write this down. I have a friend. I'm going to call her a friend, because I really love watching her channel. She doesn't post a lot, so she doesn't overwhelm you with content like I do. But her name is Kiera Osborne. She is 2 subscribers away from 500 subscribers. She has some fabulous things that she works on. She does cross stitch and she does quilt. And I really love her things that she does. Right now, she's doing several different things. She's kind of like me. She has a bunch of things going at one time. And she has children at home. She works at her local school. And she's a DAR volunteer. So if you don't know what that is, that's a Daughter of the American Revolution volunteer. So you guys go check her channel out. I will have her linked in the description. I may put her in the title of this video. Y'all go check her out. Get her to that 500. She's fabulous to watch. Check out some of her older stuff too, because y'all, she has done some beautiful quilt work and stitch work. I will take the stitch work that she does is she likes the more primitive, and I've always kind of been like, I didn't like it, but then I started watching the things that she does. Y'all, it is so pretty, so pretty. So if y'all don't mind, go and check my friend Kiera out and give her a like, subscribe to her channel, help her get to that 500. I know she would just greatly appreciate that. And she's a real sweet soul. She will tell you she's a New Yorker and now in Arkansas. So I hope you guys go check her out, like what you see, subscribe to her. She's just fabulous. I love watching her. And when she's not on, I kind of get worried because she does have family still in New York. But this is, I think, all of my updates, all of my info. I think most of the Olympics may be over by now. I don't know. I don't watch the Olympics. I catch snippets of it on YouTube when I get to watch my videos. And most of the time I watch my YouTube on my TV. So for my YouTubers, if I'm not commenting, it's okay. I watch you at night when I go hit the bed, and I'm like, okay, I've got to watch my people. And I call them all my people because I'm subscribed, and I'm like, I have to watch. I can't miss a video. But I hope you've enjoyed the projects that I'm working on. I hope it's inspired you to maybe dust off that sewing machine and pull something else out. If you would like to join us in the sew-alongs, I do have, like I said, the Facebook group. I put posts out there for each of my sew-alongs. If you want to be part of the sew-along, all you have to do is post your photos under the sew-along post. Right now I have a post for the Silverstone. I'm calling it Silverman again, y'all. Put it under the post for Silverstone or under the post for Grandma's Scrap Quilt. Those are the only two sew-alongs I have going right now. The Silverstone, I am going to be doing a giveaway for the people that join me in sewing on this. I think I'm just going to do a random drawing with all the photos that are posted in there of the Silverstone. And the last day to submit your photos under that post is the last day of August. So 12:01 a.m. September 1, you can no longer post a photo to be counted in the giveaway. It's going to be a random draw from all of the posts in there. I will do a video that tells who the winner is. I will not put it in the comments. If someone ever goes in the comments of any of my videos and tells you you've won something, even if it has my name on it, that is not me. I do not post who the winner is in comments. And I thought I would do it on my community tab, but I just decided, no, it's always going to be in a video. So you will need to watch the video, and I will not say giveaway winner, because apparently Shannon with Moody Girl Creates, apparently she has found that you can't put that in the title. So, it will probably say like Silverstone finale or something like that. So just know that, and I will probably post that like within the first week of September, who the winner is of my giveaway. So, and it's just going to be a small giveaway. It's not going to be a huge box of stuff, but you will get some good stuff in there. So I'm just telling you, it's going to be some pretty things in there. But yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing telling you guys something. But if I do, I'll add it in my next video. It won't be the one Tuesday because that one is already pre-recorded and waiting on y'all for Tuesday. But guys, just tell me what you think. Leave a comment. I do respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day and a fabulous week. Goodbye.